everyone, welcome to this video on an overview of exam K12 module in IFW Campus ERP 2.0. During this video, you will have a look and feel about the product. In the module list at the left, there is a module exam K12. This module is designed to handle the examinations at school level. This module is divided into three parts: create, conduct, and reports. Let's have a look at this module in detail. The first form is exam patterns. Here you have to create the exam patterns. For example, if there are the similar exams being conducted for a group of classes, you can make a group of these classes with a particular name. We have given a pattern name and added the particular classes in this group. It means that these classes are having a similar pattern of exams. This is how we have created examination patterns. Next comes the exam K12. Here you will be creating the examinations as per the order level which are being conducted throughout the academic year. For example, we search for the examinations in a pattern. Let's select a session and let's select an exam pattern and click on search. These are the exams created for this particular exam pattern. These exams will be conducted throughout the year. We have given an order level that this will be the first exam to be conducted. This one will be the second, third, fourth, and so on. We have given an examination type, whether this exam will be a marks entry type or an evaluation type of exam. Let's see how we can create these examinations. Give a session, select the institute, select the exam patterns, give an exam name. You can also give the report card header. You have to select the exam category, whether this exam lies in term 1 or term 2. You can also add new categories using this Codemaster icon. Here you have to select the type of the examination, the marks entry type or the evaluation, or whether it is a test type of exam. The difference between these three is marks entry type of examinations. In these type of examinations, the marks will be entered directly by the faculty members. Evaluation type of examinations will be evaluated using any formulas, and the test examination will be the weekly tests. So this is the marks entry type of examination. You have to give the report card order and the remark alias, for example. Next we have three buttons: indicator settings, show remarks, and hide in report card. Indicator settings will be used for the co-scholastic indicators, whether you want to show or hide them in the report card. The remarks, to show or hide them in the report card, and the exam itself, whether you want to hide the examination itself in the report card, you can use this checkbox and click on save. Similarly, if you want to add any new exam, you have to click on add new and give the details in the empty form opened up. Let's see one evaluation type of examination. Here also we have made the same entries for session, institute, the exam pattern. We have given one examination name and the report card header. The exam category has been selected here, and the type of examination is evaluation exam. For these evaluation exams, the formulas will be created. It means faculty members will not enter the marks directly for this exam. This exam will be evaluated on the basis of any previous exams which are conducted. The report card order will be given. Remarks alias will be given only if you want to enter the remarks for this exam. So if the remarks alias are not given and the show remarks is unchecked, it means remarks will not be given for this particular exam. Click on save. Similarly, we have added other exams also for other patterns. Here we have added these exams for another pattern with all the details. Here we have two buttons, export and export plus, using which we can generate the reports. Export gives you the reports in HTML, PDF, Excel, and CSV. Let's take a print and see how the report is generated. This is how we have generated a report using the export button with all the details that were listed in the listing section. All the examination names along with their order level and examination type have been listed here. Similarly, using Export Plus, we can generate the reports using the fields given here. We can arrange the fields according to the requirement and in the order in which we require. You can use the options given here for serial number, for sorting. You can use the page orientations, paper size. You can give the alignments to the columns. You can give the margins. Click on export and print. So this report has been generated using the Export Plus with dynamic features. We sorted the details according to the examination name. So we have generated this report. Now if I change the sorting with order level and then I generate the report, this will be the report which is generated, ordered by order level. You can use the features and filters given here in the Export Plus to generate your reports. After the exam K12, we move on to the next form, exam subject class relation K12. Here you have to give the maximum marks for all the subjects in different examinations. Select the exam pattern, the exam, the class, and click on this drop down. All the subjects will be listed here. Select those subjects for which this examination will be conducted and give the maximum marks. If you want, you can even give the minimum marks. The subjects which won't be included in this exam will be left unchecked, and only the subjects for which this exam is being conducted will be checked and maximum marks will be given. Click on Save. Once you have given the maximum and minimum marks for the subjects, you can copy them to other classes also which have the same subjects and marks. We have entered the marks for an exam in a class. Now we can copy it here for the other classes who have the same subjects and same maximum marks. Select all those classes with similar structure and click on copy. The details will be copied from this class to all these selected classes. If you want to update the existing records, you can use the checkbox option given here and click on copy. So the records of all these selected classes will be updated with the records entered in this class. Once the maximum and minimum marks have been entered, then the evaluation will be created for the evaluation type of exams. Click on Add New. The blank form will be opened up here. Select the pattern. Select the exam for which you want to create the evaluation. Here only the evaluated type of exams will be listed. For example, we want to create the formula for weightage PA1. You have to select the dependent exams. For example, you selected PA1, which is the dependent exam. There are two evaluating options. One is formula and one is option. If you select the option, you have some predefined option. For example, you want the best of all. You can make the average of all, sum of all, best of average of 2, best of sum of 2, percentage average of all. These are some predefined functions. You can directly use them. Select the subject for which these formulas will be applicable and click on Save. We have used the predefined function. If your evaluation does not satisfy with these predefined functions, you can create your own separate formula by clicking on the evaluation by formula. The operators are given here. You can use these operators. You can select the exam, click on Add. We have selected another operator. You can also take up the value, click on Add. You can use this value button to add the value here. All these arithmetic operators are given here to create the formulas. You have to select the subjects for all which this formula is applicable for and click on Save. So this is how the formula has been created. You can also use this clear button to clear the formula. We have created some formulas here for evaluation type by formula and by options, the predefined functions which were given here. Here also Export and Export Plus buttons are given, using which the reports can be generated. Export gives you the report in HTML, PDF, Excel and CSV, and Export Plus gives you the dynamic selections for the options. Let's take the options that we require. We can use the options given here for sorting, orientations, paper size, column alignments, margins, etc. and generate the report. This report is being generated using the options given here. This report will give you the complete exam list which are being created along with their formula types, that which type of formula has been created for them. After the exam subject evaluation comes the exam grades. Here you will be giving the grade range for the various examinations which will be applicable for different classes. We have given here the 5-point grades, the 9-point grades, etc. Let's see how we can define the grading system. Click on Add New. Give the grade name. Using this Add button, you can give the grade name, the range and the grade points. The grade name, the grade range from and to will be given, the grade point will be given. If you want, you can give the result remarks, attendance remarks and any description if required. We have given here the various grade range which will be applicable on the different subjects in different examination. This grade range can be defined on the basis of percentage range as well as the marks range. Here we have defined it on the basis of percentage range. Different grade ranges have been defined. Export and Export Plus buttons will be used to generate the reports in various formats like HTML, PDF, Excel and CSV. Let's take a print and see how the report is generated. This report has been generated. Once you have defined the grade range, you have to relate them with the examination patterns which have been defined earlier. Exam pattern grade relation K12 will be used to relate the exam patterns with the grade pattern. Exam patterns will be listed here. You have to select the grade pattern which will be related to this exam pattern. The additional grade pattern is also used to give the grades other than the main exams. Click on Save to save the records. Here the Create section has been completed, in which we created all the masters. Now we move on to the Conduct section. The first form in the Conduct section is exam roll numbers. Using the form exam roll number K12, one can generate the roll numbers for the students. Let's see how we can do that. Click on Add New. Select the institute. Select the class. You can also select the multiple classes. You can sort your list by scholar number, student name or gender. We are taking scholar number here. Click on Fill Students. All the students will be listed here. You can give the prefix. You can also give the suffix. You have to give a start number. For example, we are starting the roll numbers with this number. And then you have to select all the students for whom you want to generate the roll numbers. Click on Generate Roll Numbers to generate the roll numbers. The roll numbers will be generated as per the selected or given details. Click on Save to save the roll numbers. Next form is Exam Marks K12. This form is used for the marks entry. Here you have to click on Add New. Select the institute. Select the class. All the classes for which you have the access will be shown to you. Select the Fill Marks by option. Like you can fill the marks student wise as well as subject wise. First we will see how we can fill the marks subject wise. Select the exam. Select the subject for which you want to fill the marks and select the sorting options. Click on Fill. Select all the students for whom you want to enter the marks. The maximum marks will be displayed here. These maximum marks will flow from the Create section. Here you have to fill the obtained marks. The obtained marks cannot go greater than the maximum marks. The status option gives you the status like absent, medical, whether the exams are cancelled, late, tour, UFM or the COVID. If any student is absent, you can mark the student as absent. If any student is on medical leave, you can mark the student as on medical leave. These absent and medical settings are given on the medical absent settings form. Using this medical absent setting form, we can define what type of calculation will be done for the absent and medical. For example, if any student is absent, we have given a display name as AB. We can opt the given options here, like whether no calculation will be done or 0 marks will be allotted for that subject, or average of other subjects will be given, or average of previous exams will be given. Same settings can be applied for medical also. If the student is on tour or anything else, you can apply these settings using this medical absent setting form. And these settings will flow here when the student is marked with respective status. Click on Save to save the records. So this is how we have entered the details using subject wise. Now we will see the option student wise. In subject wise, we have entered the marks for all the students for one subject. The student wise option is vice versa. Here we will select a student. We will select the examination. We can also select the multiple examinations and click on fill. Now here we are entering the marks for this student for all the subjects. Maximum marks will be displayed here. You have to give the obtained marks here. If you want to add any status, you can add the status here. So like this, we can enter the marks in two ways, subject wise and student wise. Export and Export Plus buttons are used to generate the reports in HTML, PDF, Excel and CSV. Export gives the details which are listed here in the listing section. Other than this, we have a Report Plus button. It gives you the TR reports, marks detailed reports, marks slip reports, marks detailed reports subject wise and exam wise, and exam TR reports in other formats. Let's see how we can generate one exam TR report. Select the session, select the institute, select the exam pattern, select the class. Here we are generating it for one class. If you want, you can select any particular exam or any particular subject. We are generating it for the complete exams in the academic year. Click on Export and click on Print. This is the TR report generated for all the exams. For a better view, we can also generate this report in Excel. Let's see how this report looks like in Excel. Click on Export and click on Export to Excel. An Excel file will be downloaded here. This is how the Excel file looks like. The exam category will be shown here. All the exam details will be shown here along with the grade. The next exam category, all the exams along with the grade. So this is how we have generated the TR report, which also includes the percentage and attendance for the complete session. Other than this, you have some options like you can use the institute header in the Excel report. You can generate the report by parent subject wise, like grouping of the subjects. You can also include the co-scholastic details into the Excel. These features are given here, which can be used in the TR reports. After the exam marks entry, we move on to the next form, that is student remarks relation. Here the remarks on various examinations will be given to the students. We have to select the institute, class and the sorting options. Click on this down arrow. All the examinations on which the remark is applicable will be displayed here. Now you have to give the remarks for those examinations on which you wish to. For example, we are giving the remarks on half yearly and annual. This is how we have added the remarks for two examinations. After that, we come on to the student direct attendance. Here, if you are not using the student attendance module for your school, you can enter the direct attendance for the students, which will be reflected in the mark sheets. You have to select the institute, select the class, the sorting option and click on this down arrow. All the students will be listed here. You have to enter the total attendance number. It means the number of days student attended the class, and the total working days. It means the total working days were 295, and out of which student attended the class on 286 days. Similarly, you have to add the details for all. So this is how we have entered the total attendance and total working days for all the students, and click on Save to save your attendance records. Co-scholastic settings. Here you have to define your areas. For example, you have to give the co-scholastic area name. After that, under this area, you will be giving the co-scholastic section name. Select the area. Here, while giving the co-scholastic section name, you will be applying the grade patterns on the co-scholastic sections which will be applicable on these co-scholastic settings. Under the area and defined sections, you will be defining the levels. You have to select the area which is defined, the defined section, then you have to give the level name and the order level for that level name. After that, you have to select the classes on which these co-scholastics will be applied. We have selected all the classes. You can also use this copy level function for other levels to copy the levels on various classes. Similarly, you can define the indicators and additional grade pattern settings. The grades will be given on these co-scholastic levels like art and craft, music, discipline, work education, art education and all. So using this co-scholastic settings K12, we will be defining the co-scholastic areas, sections, levels, indicators and additional grade pattern indicators. After that, using the form student indicator settings, the grades will be given to the students on various co-scholastic levels. You have to select the co-scholastic area, the co-scholastic section and the co-scholastic levels. Let's select this co-scholastic level. We can use this sort by option. Now grades will be given to the student on this level. You have to select the class, select the exam, like we are giving the grades for annual exam. Click on this down arrow. The students will be listed here. You have to select all the students for whom you want to apply the grade. According to the grade pattern applied on section, these grades will be displayed here. We will be giving the grades to the students. If any student is absent, you can mark the student as absent. If you wish, you can also add any indicator and click on Save button to save your records. Once the marks have been entered for all the students and the grades have been given for all the co-scholastic levels, the results will be declared. You have to select the exam pattern and the class for which you want to declare the result. Let's say we are declaring the result for these two classes. Click on this down arrow. All the exams will be listed here. You have to select the options whether you want to declare the result in student login or in parent login or in both. Here we have declared the result for both the logins. You have to select the exams whose marks will be displayed on their login. For example, if you don't wish to show the average of T1 and T2 to students, you can uncheck that. It will only be shown to parents. And if you don't want to show the notebooks marks to any of the logins, you can keep it as unchecked. So check only the exams for which you want to declare the results. Here you have checked the logins in which the result will be declared. After that, you have to give one declaration date and time. Here you can select the declaration date and time from the date picker given. Then you have to choose what details will be shown on the respective logins, whether the maximum marks will be shown or not, whether the highest marks will be shown, highest marks in the class will be shown to the students or not, the obtained marks, the grades. So according to this setting, we are showing the maximum marks, obtained marks and grades to the students and parents both. We are not displaying the highest marks, neither we are displaying the group wise marks. So various settings are given here. You can use these settings to display and hide the details. You can also display the co-scholastic settings. You can also elaborate the evaluated exam marks. This is how you can define the settings and click on Save to save your records. These exam result declaration settings, when defined, will be displayed on the student and parent login on the respective date and time on the form Student Exam Marks Details. Here, using this form, students and parents can check their details. They can have a view they can also get a print. A PDF will be printed. Then it comes the subject grade settings. There are several subjects for which direct grades are applied. This form is used to make the direct grade entry. Then we move on to the custom reports. The custom reports are used to generate the mark sheets and the co-scholastic reports. Let's generate a mark sheet for any student. Select the mark sheet template. These templates are designed in the main masters using custom template. Select the session, select the institute, select the exam pattern, select the class for which you want to generate the mark sheet. There are several options, you can use them. You can generate the mark sheet by parent subjects, you can get a grand total, you can get the grand total for parent subjects, you can get the evaluated exams, you can get the co-scholastics. So these several options are given here. You can use these options. Click on search. All the students will be listed here. Select the student for whom you want to generate the mark sheet. Click on generate and print. You can also get the mark sheet in HTML and PDF. Click on print. The mark sheet will be generated with all the details. You can see the scholastic areas. You can see the grading patterns. If you want, you can also add the co-scholastic details here using the custom templates. So this is how the mark sheet has been generated. This was all about the exam K12 module. Thank you.